Good morning, traders. It is Monday morning, December 23rd. I'm going to jump right on a trade that I like. Boeing. You can see how it's taken out the low of the day. It gapped higher. It's going to fill in this gap. This is weakness. Long red bars closing on their low. I'm going to right click. I'm going to bring up trade options. We're going to go at the December 27, see what we've got going there. I don't mind being short right here around that 337 strike price. That's the open from today. Probably going to see a little bounce to that level, but I believe that opening is going to provide some resistance. I don't know that the stock will be able to get above it, so we're going to take a look at what those calls might be going for. So the 337.50s are about as close as we'll get. That's good enough for me. And we've got the 340 call. So right now, I'm going to click on that bid, going to click on that ask, and I can see that I've got a 75 cent to a dollar range on that spread. We are right at the money. This is a volatile stock, a lot of news on it. So I'm going to really go high on this one, and I'm going to see if I can get maybe, boy, I'd love to try and get maybe $1.10 credit. So I click on the ask, and you can see that the credit is already loaded. 88 cents bid. Probably going to see a little bit of a bounce here. Let's submit it and see if we can get filled. I want to do 10 contracts. Looks like we're in. All right, sweet. So let's continue with, and in this particular case, I am generating $1.10 in credit. I've got to put up, it's a 2.5 point spread, so $2.50 less $1.10 means that I have to put up $1.40 in, there's a alert for us, bullish explosion alert, ITCI. That's part of Option Stalker. These bullish explosion alerts, hate to be jumping around, but man, oh man, when we get them, you look for breakouts through horizontal resistance. ITCI has been really up huge. I did trade it last week. If you watch my videos, I'm not long overnight, but this stock wants to go. This stock definitely wants to go. Long green candles closing on their high. Huge volume. So it definitely wants to go. If I wanted to buy the stock, I click buy, and I drop a buy line right on that stock right there, and it will buy the order, buy the stock for me. So we're going to let this one run a little bit and see what happens. I do want to place an alert on it. I'm going to click on the bottom of this bar right here, see if it retraces at all. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at what the market's doing here. So we've got the S&P futures gapped higher, as it has done many days. I feel that we're going to float higher for the next few days. Everyone wants the market to close near an all-time high. It'll close the decade at an all-time high. Everybody's going to feel great about it, but I feel that prices are getting overextended right now. On a weekly basis and a daily basis, we have the S&P 500 poking up through the upper end of a channel. And if I draw this line right here, you can see this is all above the trading channel right here. Well, what does that mean? That means that we're likely to see a pullback probably within the next week to 2 weeks. I think that as the first week of January rolls around, we're going to see some profit taking come in. If I go to a weekly chart of the S&P 500, you'll see similar. There's your upper channel. You can see how we've poked through it. So on a weekly basis, probably within the next month and a half, 2 months, we're going to see a pretty decent pullback back into the middle of that channel. Now, with a strong rally like this, usually you're going to have a little bit of a pullback, and that we'll probably see on a daily basis. And then bulls will come back in, and they'll try and poke it through to a new high. And when that second high fails and we see a lower high, that'll be our signal that we're probably going to see a more substantial pullback, and one that might last a week, maybe 2 weeks or so, and then we pull back into maybe the major moving averages. The 302 level was a major horizontal support level right now. That's where we broke out before. I think that would be a natural resting spot for us on a longer term pullback that we'd be likely to see maybe end of January, beginning of February. Before that, on a shorter term basis, a mini pullback to kind of be a precursor to that. I think we could probably get into maybe the 310 level. So that's, a 100-point S&P move. Seems like, gee, that's a lot, Pete. 100 S&P moves. 100-point S&P move, we've seen that on bars like that in one day. So we're a little overextended here. So what are we doing? We are lightening the load. We had a ton of bullish put spreads expire last week. Fantastic. We want to go to cash. They maxed out. Getting another bullish explosion alert on that. I'm going to turn this off. And we'll go back to the SPY. Sorry about that distraction. But in any case, we want to take profits on our bullish positions. I have a handful of bullish put spreads on right now. I don't have much of any risk exposure. We're long SPY, half position. We're looking to get out around the 224 level. So I think the market floats higher and we hit that target, then we'll be in cash. We'll wait for the pullback. I've got a few trades that we can take a look at today. I went through the normal searches here. I've got the scanner up. And heavy buying. Tesla has been excellent. I am long Tesla. And 3M I'm long also. Take a look at 3M. Boy, we had a nice trade on 3M last Friday. That was our lotto trade that we made 200% on. We'll go to the 5-minute chart. If you haven't seen that video, you should watch it. Look at that steady price action. That's what told me that we might have a really nice lotto play on this one. Now the stock continues to grind higher. We'll go into that daily chart. See that breakout right there. We'll put up the major moving averages. There's your 200-day moving average that I referenced on Friday. Boom, we're through. That should attract buyers. So I like 3M today. I like Tesla today. Tesla had some good news. They've got a $1.4 billion new loan with China for their factories there. You can see how the stock has continued to grind higher. So I'm long those two stocks today. Intel actually looks pretty good today. It's a choppy stock, but it's grinding higher. When I say choppy, you can see during the day it doesn't make straight moves higher. It tends to move up and pull back and move up. This is really nice. I like Intel, and you can see how it's breaking out to a new high right here, like Intel. CLDR is another one that caught my attention. I like that. You've got a compression right here near a high. You've got a breakout. So that's resistance. Tails above body. Sellers, sellers. These sellers are out of the way. The stock is continuing to grind higher. Go to a 5-minute chart. This you want to buy on pullbacks. Long tails under body suggests that yes, this is probably going to move higher. A little bit of resistance to work off right here, but I do like CLDR. You can see this is another choppy stock. So don't rush in and buy it right now. Wait for a pullback. Wait for a pullback. Draw your downward sloping trend line on it. So here's the way that you approach it with the alert lines. You click alert, use a daily alert, you draw your alert line right here. The stock breaks down below that upward sloping alert line and you get an alert that pops up on your screen. Oh, hey, okay, well now I've got the stock moving lower. That's great. Now I connect these lower lines right here and I have a downward sloping trend line, and I'm waiting for that downward sloping trend line to be breached. I don't have to buy the stock here. I don't have to buy it here. I don't have to buy it here. I just let it keep coming down. And when it finally breaches that downward sloping trend line, I get an alert. Hey, remember me? It might be time to buy me here. That's a beautiful entry point right there. And then how do you manage it after you get into the trade? Gee, Pete, I never know when to take profits. It always seems like I'm taking my profits too early and then the stock runs higher. Draw another upward sloping trend line. You can use a nice shallow one to start with, and then you can connect one that's got a little bit of a slope to it later on. And as the stock moves higher, eventually you'll be taking profits on it. That's how you day trade. Really easy with these alert lines. That's why I added them to the platform about 4 or 5 months ago. They've really helped us a lot. Diagonal alert lines with pop-up alerts. So as I'm going through and I'm looking for stocks that I want to buy, I start dropping these alert lines. Hey, there's one right there that I can drop. I click on that high right there. I click on that bar right there. And now I've got my downward sloping trend line. And as the stock comes in, it keeps following the stock down. Then I get an alert probably a half an hour later, and it delivers the stock to me on a silver platter. That's how we do it. So I think those are the stocks that you want to watch today. Again, I'll recap very quickly. MMM, I like it long. Tesla, TSLA, I like it long. Intel, INTC, I like it. CLDR, I like it. STX also look pretty good. Long green bars closing on the high, but this stock very choppy. It's compressing here. It's also trying to get through this high, so buy dips on this one. I did see one that I liked. It's a cheapy stock. I'll always try and include a little cheapy play in here. I like that. I like that big long green bar. I like the fact that it's been able to hold those gains. It's been able to hold half of that long green candle, which is also the technical resistance level there. I like the long green bar today. I think this stock could grind higher. So I do like it. See a 5-minute chart. Okay, not too bad. Moving higher. Let's take one more look at Boeing. See how we're doing on that trade. All right, there was that first bounce right there, okay? We survived it. Tried to get through that opening price right there. That's where we got filled. We got a really nice $1.10 credit on that. If this spread expires worthless on Friday, which we've got 2 days that are going to be taken out of the picture. Tomorrow's a half day of trading, no trading on Christmas. We've got 2 more days after that. I'm feeling pretty good about this spread. I could make a 40% return on this spread if it expires worthless. So I like Boeing short today. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please give it a thumbs up if you like the content. I post videos with actionable trades in them every single morning. And if you turn your notifications on, you'll know instantly when I post these videos, so you'll never miss a trade. If you want to try my research, go to www.oneoption.com, scroll halfway down the page, and you'll see that we do sell our research separately. Now, our research is included in Option Stalker, but we do sell our research separately. You can click on Learn More, find out how you can get a day pass to try our research for free, and also know that you can get 50% off your first month, $29. That's all it costs to try our research for your first month. So I hope you'll give that a shot. Again, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please turn on your notifications. Post your comments. I will reply. Thank you. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.